Hi guys, you might be wondering why I have dressed professionally in this video. This isn't something I would do normally, but I felt this is the proper outfit that I need to wear for this particular video because in this video I'm going to share my professional journey with you guys. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. As you already know, and I also mentioned in one of my reels that my full name is Koda Veera Venkata Satyasai Surya Ramakrishna and I'm from a village in Andhra Pradesh, Tondinga Mandalam called Ellayapeta. And we do have a beach in our village. That's pretty awesome, right? And also, you might be aware if you're following my Instagram channel that I'm currently working in Infosys. One of my video got viral, and anyone who follows me knows that I'm working in Infosys, a great company to work in. In this video, I would like to share how I started my professional journey, and I would also like to discuss about a few things I have learned during my professional journey, and I will also be explaining. I will also be discussing about my schooling and how I graduated from my university and all of these things in this particular video. So yeah, it could get boring in the middle. First, as I mentioned earlier, my name is Koda Veera Venkata Satyasai Suryaramkrishnan. That's a long name and there's a whole story behind it. Sometime in the future, maybe I might be explaining about that. But as of now, we can just leave it as a mystery. But I would prefer Surya as my name, and most of my friends would call me that. At first, my schooling was started in Harvard School, which was in Perumalapuram. That was a great school, but since everyone during that time were into learning English and convent school, there was this school called Sri Prakash Vidya Niketan in Tuni. So I have joined Sri Prakash Vidya Niketan Tuni in third standard, and that's where my schooling journey started. As far as I remember, that's where all of my schooling was done until 10th standard. I was pretty good student, above average grades, and yeah, till third to 10th, I have studied in Sri Prakash Vidya Niketan Tuni. The foundation of my current English was done during my schooling period in Sri Prakash Vidya. I couldn't score 10 out of 10. So it was 9.8 in my during my 10th standard. Every student after 10th would do is join in intermediate. And normally it would be either BPC or MPC since I'm good at maths during that period. And even now, I think I'm pretty good at math. So I have joined MPC. I have joined in Sri Chaitanya Marikwalsa campus, Valmiki Bhavan in near to Visakhapatnam. Up to 10th, I was a day scholar back in my school. But in inter, that's the first time I have joined. That's the first time I joined hostel away from home, away from mom. Yeah, that's where I have completed my intermediate. I got 977 out of 1000 in my intermediate, and in my MSET, I got 10,991 rank. And also, I have written JE mains during that time. I got around 128 marks, and yeah, advanced I did not qualify. So after that, with my after that with my MSET rank, I have decided to join in government colleges. I have applied for multiple JNTUs. At first, I got JNTU Nasropeta, but the building was not that good during that time. So the next option was JNTU Kalikiri, which is in Chittor. Still, those are the years where I have learned about life. I made a lot of friends. Yeah, I forgot to mention, right? I have selected electronics and communication engineering in my BTech, Bachelor of Technology in JNTU Kalikiri, Chittor, and I got a 7.59 in my BTech. Yeah, the grades fell a little. That's because the BTech is not for learning. It is for learning, but not from the books. It is through life. It is through experiences. It is through how we experience life in BTech. Memories are getting blurry. Most of them I couldn't remember. But there are few hard days. There are few bad decisions. There are few things I could have done to make my life better, and a few people could still be in my life if I didn't behave the way I behaved during my BTech. But that's all in the past. That's what life is, right? Learning from our mistakes. Did I even learn? Not sure. But yeah, that's a lesson. Maybe I didn't learn, but that's a pretty good lesson to make decisions and to own it. Yeah, just because that's a bad decision and it was done during a time where you're not mature doesn't make it wrong. Just because it's a bad decision done during your immature days, don't just avoid it, embrace it. Embrace the whole you, not just the good you. Like, don't just embrace the good in you, there's also the bad. The whole good and bad combination is you. So I have graduated from BTech and I have joined in J Spiders Bangalore. Why? Because I did not get any campus placement. To be honest, I did not attend any campus placement. There was only TCS that came to our campus, I believe. So yeah, I have joined J Spiders Bangalore to learn Java full stack, where I have paid the whole amount, but whole amount for the year, but I have only attended it for a month. So in the first month, we have learned SQL and Java basics. I have applied for off-campus placement. So during that time, I got the offer from Capgemini. So I have joined Capgemini in October 2021. I took training in SAP basis. But the thing is, after I joined, it was during COVID days and mostly work from home. So I was working from home and I'm learning, and there was this assessment that needs to be done after complete learning. So just before the assessment, parallelly, like even though I have joined in Capgemini, I was parallelly applying for other companies as well for a better package. So that package is 3.8 during that time. Like, you're not going to earn lots in the beginning. It's a gradual process. How you reskill and upskill yourself, how you learn and upskill yourself. That's how you will be earning more. So yeah, in Jan, like after in 4 months, around 4 months in Jan, I got an offer from LTI Mindtree. So in February, I have joined in LTI Mindtree as an engineer. No, while joining, we don't know which role or what technologies we'll be working on. So after I joined LTI Mindtree, after the training, I was assigned to manual testing. That's the role I was doing, manual testing for a year. So for a year, I worked in manual testing, where even the work is not as fulfilling. But at first, I have joined JSpiders and I was planning to be a developer, right? A Java full stack developer. But life has its plans. Like, we don't choose, right? I have shifted from Capgemini to LTI Mindtree, and in LTI Mindtree for 6 months, for 6 whole months, I was trained in Selenium, Java Selenium, and after that, I got into manual testing. So in LTI Mindtree, I worked for an year. Although the technology I'm working on is not to my interest, but switching a lot of companies won't look good on my resume. That's the reason why I thought of staying a little longer, so that maybe I would be able to switch to a different role within the company. That was my understanding during that period, and also I had discussed it with my manager, and he responded that you won't be able to switch from testing to developer. You will be able to switch within the testing, but you won't be becoming a developer if you want to stay in this company. After a little thought, I have decided to resign. So I have resigned from the company. The worst thing I could do during that period, and one of the lessons you need to learn in this video, is that never ever quit your job without an offer. That's one of the biggest mistakes I have done in my life. So after that, I have resigned from the LTI Mindtree in March 2023. For around 8 months, I was unemployed. I was not able to switch from testing to developer, no matter how I changed my resume to match the job description or whatever. I was not able to get any interviews. I was not able to crack them. I was a little sad, but I was never disappointed, because I know that if I keep upskilling myself and keep on trying, someday I'm going to get a job. That for sure I know. I knew that I'm going to get a job for sure, because I was continuously upskilling myself. I learned React, Python, and Spring Boot. During that time also I have focused on front end technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These things I learned during that time. I was also little into DSA. The whole DSA is a whole different topic, and I understand the reason why a lot of people are afraid of DSA. Even I'm not aware of, I'm not completely confident in my data structures and algorithms. I can't lead code. I'll be able to solve the basic questions and I'll be able to do it using a brute force algorithm, but I won't be able to do it with the optimized approach and using advanced data structures like graphs and trees. After 8 months of being unemployed, during my common friend's brother's marriage, I have met another friend who is working in a startup. He referred me in that startup, so that's how I got my break after being unemployed without an offer, quitting a company. I have joined in a startup. I'm thankful for that opportunity during that time. That's the place where I transitioned from a tester to a developer. So after working for an year and 2 months, I have decided to part ways with them as well. So there was a reason why I have decided to part ways. I was looking for an work from home job. Without even applying, I got a call from Infosys from Naukri. I went for the interview. It was around 40 to 50 minutes long interview with the two interviewers. Pretty solid questions they have asked, and I was confident in answering them. And after that, I got an offer from Infosys, and I have joined in Infosys in last December 2024. I'm working as a senior systems engineer. That's my professional journey as of now. It's been 10 months in my new company. Currently, I'm happy with where I am and what I'm doing, but there is still a lot of scope to develop and grow. I would like to share a few things. First thing is, don't stress a lot about your marks. Even in intermediate, don't stress about marks. Learn, just focus on learning. Have your marks above average. Even if you don't make it with studies, there are other things you can be good at. And also, if you are a fresher and are struggling to get jobs, there is no referrals for freshers. If you have someone in startup, they could refer you, but normally in MNCs or other companies, there is no referrals for freshers. If you're a fresher and you're struggling to get a job, upskill and just keep applying. Just keep applying. Just keep applying. That's it. Just until you get a job, just keep applying. The first job is the tough part. Once you get your first job and get a little experience, companies are going to recruit you themselves. You don't have to apply for them. Apart from that, don't compare. I don't even want to talk about comparing because even I do that a lot. But it doesn't, like, it is not productive. It's not going to change what you're going to do. It is just going to get you depressed. At the end of the day, it's your life, and what you do with your life is going to affect how you're living and what you're doing. Always wait for the hike cycle before switching a company. That's something wrong that I did during my professional journey. I did not wait for an hike cycle, and I was not happy with what I'm doing. That's the reason why I switched a few companies. And be kind to yourself, stay healthy, enjoy life, keep smiling.